Hey guys, just got caught out in a rainstorm here working in my garden, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to shoot today's video. I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I learned a few years ago, something that will save you literally thousands of dollars for years to come. It's a really simple thing to do, doesn't cost you much. What I have here is a Do-It Mold egg sinker model EG9A. Inside here there are several cavities to pour egg sinkers, and you have the center rod here that goes through the center of the mold there to, you know, make the hole through the center of the egg sinker. Although I do use this thing for egg sinkers, Kyle and I come up with a pretty good idea there the other day. As a matter of fact, I saw the other day that there's somebody actually, you know, producing these things that look similar to this stuff. So it does work. I've saved myself thousands of dollars in the, you know, in the past 4 or 5 years that I've been doing this. In this Do-It Mold, you're going to have to get rid of this center peg there. You're not going to need that. But in this mold, there is a giant 3-ounce cavity down here. You can actually see the 3-ounce. See if I can get it to focus there on. It's not going to. It's picking up my shirt. Anyway, this big giant cavity right here is 3 ounces. Normally, what happens is you pour, you know, you close this thing up, put the rod through there, and you pour lead into the cavities here on the top to create the egg sinkers. Well, we were thinking a few years ago how we could get these baits back, like crankbaits and stuff we get hung up on logs and stumps and stuff like that. One, without tearing up our rods, because we have, you know, decently expensive stuff, don't want to tear up the tip. But one of the other things is that, you know, I had this mold. I was like, it would be nice if I could figure out a way to attach this thing to a fishing line and send it down the line. So I did just that. Kyle and I sat down, put our heads together. What you're going to need is you're going to need any kind of swivel. You know, this is a barrel swivel with a snap. It's a snap swivel. You see their Eagle Claw. There's 35, I think, in here, size 5s. I bought this at Walmart a couple hours ago. It was like $2.40. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these things out of the package. And what's going to happen is you're going to put these swivels, sorry, that's not going to, but it's just a size 5 swivel with a snap on it. And what you're going to do is you're going to leave the snap part of it, which is here. Again, my camera won't focus because it's so small. But you're going to leave that snap part outside of that cavity. You're going to lay it in there. You can see that the actual barrel swivel part of it is back here in the cavity. And what's going to happen is when you close this thing, and it takes a few times to get it right. Size 5 swivels are actually a little bit too big, but this is all Walmart had at the moment, and I didn't want to run all the way to the tackle box to get a couple swivels. So, alright, so I have it in there. This cavity right here is the 3-ounce cavity. So let me point the camera here down so you can see it. So what I'm going to do, guys, here first and foremost is I have these swivels. These are number 5s. Actually, number 5s are a little bit too big, so you might want to go to the lower side. But again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this swivel. See if I can get the camera to focus here for you. This is nothing more than a Eagle Claw swivel with a clasp on it, barrel swivel at the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this bottom barrel part of it, and you're going to have that encased in lead. So basically you're going to create this really nice, this big ball of lead around this clasp. So what's going to happen is it's going to allow you to open this thing up just like you would any other swivel, and you're going to put that around your line of the bait that is actually attached to something that's snagged under the water. You're going to drop that thing down, and 9 times out of 10 this thing will actually bring it back up for you. It'll knock it off. So again, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to put that swivel And obviously don't get your hands close to this thing as you pour, because obviously it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. But you're going to put that swivel right across, just basically where the center rod should go normally. And then you're going to close. So once I have the swivel clamped in there really nice and tightly, you're going to want to hold pressure here, guys, because sometimes those things get the wire actually gets stuck in there and it doesn't allow this thing to shut, because obviously it's not meant to work this way. But what you do, you're going to pour 3 ounces of lead. In there. And again, what's going to happen is you're going to have some overpour. You're going to have what's known as sprue there. It's basically just an overpour. But what happens is, when you, first off, if I were do as I say, not as I do, wear some gloves when you're dealing with lead, because it's really, really hot. I have a pair of pliers here that I'm demolding, if you will, these things. They're extremely hot. But you can see I'm holding onto the sprue here. And what you have is this swivel that's encased in lead, 3 ounces of lead. When this thing cools down, knock that sprue off. You can just bend it back and forth with a pair of pliers. It'll come off nice and clean. And then you can take this part of the swivel, attach it to your line, close it back up, drop this thing down your line, and it'll allow you to, to get your baits back 9 out of 10 times. So it has literally saved me thousands upon thousands of dollars. So you're going to have about $45 probably in the egg sinker mold, unless you know somebody that already has one. You might be able to search Amazon, look on eBay, find some used ones. Even if they don't have the center rod there, you're not going to need that for this purpose. But you pour yourself 8 or 10 of these things, leave them in your boat. I promise you, you're going to use the heck out of them, and it's going to save you a lot of money. And literally, I bought 35 swivels for $2.30 at Walmart. Again, the mold does cost you a little bit, but if you think about all these that you can make, and if you lose one, you're only out 10 cents. So it's not a big deal. So I'm going to pour one more here for you. Again, wear some gloves. And I know I am not. But put the swivel right inside where the center rod would go. Close it up. I can tell you that's not in there really good. Size 5 swivels, guys, are just a hair too big. Alright, so again, I'm going to take some lead, pour it into the 3 ounce mold. Till it fills to the top. Again, I have a little bit of sprue there on that one. You can unmold these things almost immediately, but again, they are extremely hot. But knock the sprue off from it, save yourself thousands of dollars, guys. The reason I use this hot pot, which is a straight pour method, as opposed to my my pot in there that actually has the handle that allows a certain amount to come out and then you shut it off whenever you want to, is the fact that it doesn't come out of that tip of that furnace fast enough. You always have these really layered stuff, and would it matter? Probably not. But I like the way one solid pour looks on these things, so that's why I do it that way. So hopefully that helped you out. If it did, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share my video out if you will. If you'd like to see more pictures of this, or you don't understand a portion of it, let me know. Again, this is a Do It Mold EG9A. It has a 3 ounce slot. You can get away with 1 or 2 ounces, but I like the bigger chunk of lead. That way I can get it, have more. So what happens is, if your line's coming off of your bait down here hung up, what it does is it allows that lead to pull your line down, and when you pull on your rod, it's actually using that lead as maybe like a fulcrum point to pull that lure off at a different angle. So sometimes all it takes is just a little different angle, and that'll free your bait up. So guys, thanks for watching this episode of Honor the Line. If this tip helped you out, definitely share my video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you know when I post new data. Also, guys, this is day 8, I believe, or day 9. Sorry, day 9 of a 90-day video challenge that I gave myself at the beginning of the year, or beginning of my summer here. So Got a lot of content coming for you guys, a lot of rod reviews, a lot of product reviews, tips and tricks just like this, as well as fishing tips and fishing trips. So, you know, until next time, thanks for watching, guys.